Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I have for you another great game of two great chess players. With white pieces this game is playing a legendary Paul Keres and with black pieces Robert James Fischer. Up to me, the strongest chess player in chess history, or if not the strongest man, maybe in top 3. I see in top 3 Magnus Carlsen, Bobby Fischer and Garry Kasparov. But maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't matter. What's matter is that this game is immortal, amazing and exciting, and I really believe that you are going to enjoy this game. Why? Because Paul Keres is going to be too optimistic and maybe too hungry, because right now he saw pawn for free. Of course, it's a danger to take pawn on a7 and believe that everything is fine. But let's see what's happened. The safe way how to play this position maybe is to play move e3, say h3. And I believe that here white is absolutely okay. Maybe no big advantage, maybe no advantage at all. But no risky and danger position. But looks like Paul Keres believed that he's stronger than Bobby Fischer. This game was played on Candidates Tournament 1959, and here Paul Keres exchanged bishop for knight and won a pawn. So check. But Bobby Fischer is not worried to play this position with pawn down. Why? Because he's going for counter-attack, and believe me that the best way how to play chess is active way. So knight e4, knight d2, and if you have advantage or if you're playing for attack, if you believe in counter-attack, it's important to be sharp and to open position. It's maybe too soft to play right now short castle and queen c7 and e5. Okay, I believe that black's got compensation here for missing pawn, but it's a too soft. It's not a danger position, and because of this, Bobby Fischer played more aggressively and he played move e5. He's going to be danger, and now white has to be careful. Okay, played knight b3, short castle and rook c8. First tempo, and the second pawn is hanging here. Now it's a question if white is going to play all in. Say, should or should not take on pawn on d5? I believe no, because of queen e7, bishop e6, take on d4, bishop d4 and bishop c4. Anyway, white's position is difficult and right now is lost. And why? Because white is too behind. Where are white's rooks? Where is white's king? And I'm missing white's active play. Of course, that's a bad variation and a bad story. But let's come back, because Paul Keres is a strong chess player and he played queen b4. Another rook joined the game and Bobby Fischer played move rook e8. And now he opened position. Maybe much more sharper move here is queen g5, attacking immediately pawn on g2, and that's a critical position for white, because white's king has to find a safe place where he has chance to survive. For this reason, maybe short castle is not the best answer because of bishop h3. Say bishop f3, say bishop f8, now e4, and something is wrong in white's ward. So take is checkmate. Okay, it's easy, it's bad, but it's funny how white's position is difficult. Just imagine that Bobby Fischer is a chess legend, future world chess champion, because this game was played on 1959 And Paul Keres believed that he's stronger. Maybe he believed that right now Bobby Fischer is weaker than him. And he played bishop e2. So Bobby Fischer opened position and now played queen h4. And this knight is pinned because of pin to white's queen and queen b7. Okay, another pawn fall down. Yes, I'm not joking. Paul Keres is too hungry and maybe too optimistic. He's taking pawn by pawn. And still he believed that he's absolutely fine. Maybe in endgame. Yes, because white's got here two connected pass pawns. That's a ticket for victory. But before Paul Keres is going to play endgame, he has to survive in the middle game. And that's not easy job. So what's happened next? Bishop d4, and to take on d4 is losing mistake. Why? Because here is a beautiful sacrifice. Rook e2, rook c2, and say queen e4 with double threats. Two checkmates in one threat. So maybe the best way how to defend this position is queen a6, but rook f2, another checkmate threat, and say rook c1 is a checkmate in one or two moves, because here is only one move, queen e2 and checkmate. So okay, Paul Keres maybe now understand that he was too optimistic or maybe too brave, and he took on d7. So Bobby Fischer take back a pawn and now check on c3. White's king is bad, and do you know why this position is bad for white? Because white's rooks are disconnected, and this rook on h1 it's not playing. So okay, maybe white is ahead of material. Maybe white's got one pawn more, but you know, white is playing without a rook, and that's a terrible bad to him. d4, let's open position and let's have a fun. It's good to remember, in case of you believe in attack, in case you believe in your advantage, it's every time great to open position, and for this reason d4 is a great move. d4 happened, and exchange on d4, queen e4. That's a deadly threat, checkmate or check on e2. So Paul Keres is under fire. He is defending, and maybe now he understands that something went wrong. So he came to g4, maybe hoping for this queen exchange, but no way. That's no time to not be dangerous. So queen c2 happened, g3, and maybe bishop d2 is a super strong move here. Why? Say, I'm going to show you variation, bishop f3, h5, and now bishop e3. It's a deadly move. Say, take, and check, take, and game over. But what's happened? Bobby Fischer now was happy with position, and he take back a pawn. Okay, still white is ahead of material, but this pawn doesn't matter, because what's matter is this weak king not playing rook, missing counter-attack, and great Bobby Fischer. Bishop b5 attacking this rook on e8, but queen d5 another attack, and maybe this is a deadly attack, because here it's not hanging only rook on h1, but of course bishop on b5 as well, and the rest is easy. Take, and at the end check, and Bobby Fischer is playing with piece up, and Paul Keres now resigned. It was a famous and wonderful chess game. I hope that you enjoyed this game, and it was a great time to remember Bobby Fischer and Paul Keres as two chess heroes. I hope that you enjoyed. And if yes, just feel free and press like or press follow and stay by me. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day and play chess. Bye bye.